Why so skeptical? What is your reaction to all this?
Bro, wah, 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 wah. You know what this is called? This is called covering your bleep, covering your backside. I mean, listen, they moved up. They know who they want, but what they want to make it look like, oh, crap, if Justin Fields and Trey Lance and they become superstars, we just want you to know it was really close with Mac Jones. Like, we had him neck and neck, and we studied him for weeks and weeks and weeks. They know who they want. We're pretty sure at this point it's Mac Jones, but I think it's a good way of covering your bases and saying we've been studying him and we want everybody to know we're doing our due diligence and we're not just overlooking, we're not just going to throw in our card.
I like it. Damian Woody, I was looking through your notes as well, and you were suggesting they got to know who they're taking. Everyone seems to think this. D. Wood, go ahead.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with my guy, D. Pollack, man. You know who the hell you're taking. You move up to number 3, man. You know exactly who you are taking, okay? Believe me, Kyle Shanahan has a guy in mind that's going to run his system the way he wants it ran. Now, here's what I think is going on. Greeny, we've been on this show now for about a couple weeks, ever since this whole trade. We've been talking about Justin Fields and all the things that he brings to the table and what he will look like in the Kyle Shanahan offense. We've talked about Trey Lance and all his abilities and what the things that he could possibly do. So if you're the 49ers and Kyle Shanahan right now, you're like, maybe I need to throw out a little nugget right here to kind of get these guys off my back a little bit. But he knows exactly who he's going to pick at number 3.
Jeff?
Yeah, couldn't agree more, Green. Listen, I'd be shocked. I'm shocked that they're even having this conversation because here's the truth of it all. John Lynch gave this to Kyle Shanahan. He's made it abundantly clear Shanahan's going to make the call on quarterbacks because it's like a master chef, right? You don't mess with the ingredients. When you know what that guy wants, you let him go get it. So to Pollack's point, Wood's point, like he's put a little smoke screen out there just in case. He wants to hedge his bets. We're all like that. He's heard all the noise. He's went and watch these guys compete at their pro days, a couple of them each. So he's seen it all. So right now you got to be. Hopefully he has the same conviction that let him go and make that trade up to 3 that he did when he made that trade, bro. Because right now you don't want to be waffling in between picks. You know who you got. Go sell it. Go sell it to your team and to your fan base.
We'll do pancakes later. They're waffling. We got a whole carb breakfast routine working here this morning. But Kimberley, let me come to you. Let me find someone who can understand some sense. Is it reasonable to think that they made this trade with one thing in mind and then went through the process, because that's what you do, and did find things that have actually made them question that decision? I have been saying, and so have you, from the very beginning, that when push comes to shove, it's going to be Trey Lance they take, and I still believe that. Kimberley, what do you think?
Yeah, I love D. Wood saying, I like that energy where he's saying, like, get up. Like, all of us are influencers. We're going to influence, GMs and head coaches. Once we start talking about guys, they're like, oh, wait a second. Let's make sure we go back and watch some more tape just so D. Wood knows we did our homework. I'm definitely feeling that energy. However, no, listen, over the weekend, I talked to coaches that were saying they're still restacking their board. So doing deeper dives on guys does happen this late. I don't think it happens at the QB position. I will say when the trade went down, I heard Trey Lance's name immediately. People were hitting me up like, watch out for the North Dakota State kid. It's either going to be Mac Jones or Trey Lance. So I've never thought that it would be Justin Fields. But I think when you ask other coaches and GMs around the league, they assume it's going to be Mac Jones, and that's how they're projecting the draft to fall. Mac Jones at 3 to the 49ers.
That's why this is so important, not only because of who the 49ers' new quarterback is going to be, but because of the impact it's going to have. It will basically reshape the entire top 10 or so of this draft one way or the other. Now, David Pollack, let me circle all the way back to you because you cover the college game for us 365 days a year. You've seen every snap every one of these guys has taken. We have had some people say that to give up everything that the 49ers gave up, to go all the way up to get Mac Jones, would have been too much. We're questioning that decision. What will you say if that is the pick on Thursday night?
Yeah, no.
Well, all that matters is what they want and what they get. I don't give a dang, and they don't give a dang what we're saying and what we agree they gave up. If they go up and they get their guy, kudos to them. That's what they should do. What I would do is take Trey Lance. Listen, if we want to have this debate about more time, more evaluation, the more time that goes on, the more time you would think you could talk yourself into Trey Lance or Justin Fields. Because if you're just going on the tape of what you saw a year ago, there is no decision. Mac Jones is clearly the best quarterback in the draft. So the more time, I don't think that helps Mac Jones if they really are debating this thing. But Trey Lance, man, I just think he's special. I think he's got the ability to throw accurately, the ability to scramble and buy time, big, strong arm, huge upside. Again, drafting potential and who can get to that next upper echelon level, he's a guy that to me is tops in this draft or one of the tops in this draft.
Yeah, the bottom line of it is this. Had he had a season this year, again, he didn't opt out. The team didn't have a season. They created a one-game showcase for him. But quickly, David, because almost no one watching this program has ever seen him play, let's be real about it. If he had had a season this year, do you believe he could have played himself into being the clear-cut number 2 pick in this draft?
Maybe, because one of the things you see with him is accuracy isn't always consistent. Mechanics could use a little bit of work. Now, listen, he's going to run away from those guys at that level. Anyways, you watch him at the FCS level, he's such a dynamic, big, strong athlete that nobody can get him. But I think as a passer, if you'd have seen more steps, more strides, and just being accurate consistently, sure, I think it could have changed the debate. But my God, Greeny, if the kid goes 3, let's not cry for him. I mean, goodness gracious, 3 is pretty dang special.
Look, none of these guys, there was no reason to cry for any of them. All 5 of them are going in the top 10-ish, and probably sooner than that. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.